You how to install this Evenflo Litemax. This is a car seat that is a rear-facing car seat, infant car seat carrier, whatever you might call it. Starts for a newborn and it goes up to a child weighing 35 pounds and a child up to 32 inches. So we really install the base into the vehicle first, and then that carrier, the part that the child sits in, can just be snapped into the base. So we're going to focus on the base today. The first thing I want to show you is my level. Now I'm going to bring the camera close. I've got a level here, and it might be a little bit difficult to see, but we've got a blue color, we've got a green color, and we've got a red color. And then we have a white line. So I want my white line to be in the blue if my child is between 4 to 20 pounds. I want my white line to be in the green if my child is between 20 to 35 pounds. And I never want my white line to be in the red. So when we install this, we just have to make sure that we know the weight of our child and we're putting the white line in the correct spot. Now another thing on this base is this gray part here. This is called a lock off. So we're going to use this to install the base. And I can open it up and it comes up like a door. And so when my seatbelt goes through my car seat, I'm going to end up closing the door on my seatbelt. So I have to have it open for now. All right. We've got another feature here. It's called an angle adjuster. It's this gray part, and then I've got a knob here that adjusts. So I can raise my angle, just like I did, to shift or tilt my base to make it, to put that white line in the color that I want. If it wasn't supposed to be in the blue and it was in the blue, I can use this to tilt my base to put it in the right color. Okay? So I'm gonna back it up here. All right. Now you might see I've got these things down here. These are called lower anchors. When I install this base, I want to use either the lower anchors or the seatbelt. I do not want to use both at the same time. So I'm going to keep them where they're at. They're nice and stored on the car seat. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to fly around and hit the child, and so they can just stay there. I'm going to lift my my door right here, and the next thing I'm going to do before I get that seatbelt in is check my level. Now right now, if I kind of press down here, make sure it's even, right now my level is in the green. So this is for a child between 20 to 35 pounds. Now I want to pretend that I'm taking home a newborn. I'm taking home a child who doesn't weigh 20 pounds. So I'm going to use my gray foot right here to raise that and set this in. And I'm closer in the blue. I'm going to lift it a little bit more. There we go. And now I am in the blue. Now, the manufacturer does say that if you still cannot get a good level, you can also take a rolled towel and put it right here and set this here to get the best level. So that's always an option for you as well. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this towel to do my installation to get the best level. So I'm going to open this door. I'm going to take my seatbelt and go up through the hole on my side. I'm going to go down through the hole on this side. I'm going to buckle my seatbelt in. Okay. Make sure that your seatbelt is not twisted and that it's lying nice and flat. Okay. And then I'm going to pull it tight just a little bit, but I don't have to pull it as tight as my body will let me because of this door. This door is going to lock my seatbelt and get my seatbelt nice and tight. So I'm going to put the door down, and I have to make sure that the door clicks, which means it's fully installed. It's not going to pop back up. And I'm going to check my level again. I have to make sure that my level is in the blue, which it is. I then can check my tightness. Now I'm going to check my tightness at my belt path. I'm not going to check my tightness here. We always check our tightness at the belt path. So at the belt path, it should not move more than an inch, side to side, front and back. It is not, so that is the correct installation. Now, if you've ever watched another video and you learned how to lock your seatbelt up here at the retractor, that's very important. But I want to tell you that your seatbelt does have to be locked, but it can lock in different ways. So on car seats that don't have a fancy door like this, something that we call a lock off, you have to lock your seatbelt up here. But when the car seat comes with something that can lock your seatbelt, then you use that and your seatbelt is in fact locked. So we are good. I'm going to get my infant carrier Remember, it has to be rear facing. I'm going to snap it in and make sure I hear a click. Now, one thing to look at the very end is this handle. This handle sometimes has very specific instructions on where it can be. And on the side of my car seat, it tells me that when I'm traveling, my handle has to be up or my handle has to be back like this. But there's no other place I can put my handle while in the car. So make sure you pay attention to rules like that and always follow those instructions. And so as long as my handle's in the right place and I've installed my base correctly, we are good to go.